Yes, people, big up to everyone if your name's not Mr. Door because he looks like a weird version of Murillo. Anyways, talking of that, you're probably asking who he is. Don't worry, he's a weirdo. Smash the likes. Big up for the Rants raid. I think he just raided. I think so. Anyways, but if you did so, you know it's always love. We're going to be talking about this Newcastle Isak stuff yet again. It's coming to a close, lads. It's coming to a close. Honestly, they're gonna break the bank for my man's wage because they're scared of a bit. Anyways, we'll talk about it. We can talk about Elanga getting rejected as well. Well, the bid for Elanga getting rejected. Rodrygo, Mario Cortegena, Athletic, from the Athletic, Real Madrid correspondent said that Rodrigo. Well, I was gonna say Rodrigo's agent is his dad. You know what I mean? He's rejected all proposals, including Arsenal, for his son. It looks like he's staying, but Arsenal haven't given up hope. Anyways, man like Will's here to talk about that. And then we've got Douglas Luiz to Man United, Murillo to Liverpool as well, potentially on the list. On top of should they choose him or Gahey? Does Murillo need to grow a neck? We'll see. We'll talk about it. What are you man saying anyways? Dean Henderson. No, not Dean Henderson. I wish. Jordan Henderson's just been linked to Nottingham Forest.
If he goes Forest, I close my channel. Done. Done. Watch a petition go around now. Let's get Jordan Henderson.
I mean, what's the problem? He can help you.
What are you talking about, man? He's in a Zimmer frame.
Yeah, but you're in, what, the Conference League? I mean, you could, you need a squad to rotate.
Oh, we don't play in a Farmers League, bro. I get what you're saying. Like, we have to play Premier League games as well.
Yeah, so you are in the Farmers League then, because you're in the Prem.
Prem's a Farmers League now, is it?
I mean, it's the most entertaining Farmers League, but it definitely is, 100%, bro.
Wait, so what isn't a Farmers League?
Yeah, don't say La Liga.
I mean, La Liga is clear of the Premier League. I mean, if you just like watching ball and being entertained, then yeah, you would watch La Liga over English
is that the case? Because last time I checked, yeah, this dated back to when we had Ten Hag and we had Anthony first season, Barcelona unbeaten, winning the league, got knocked out by Manchester United. If we can go to this season, Arsenal knocked you out on aggregate.
Wait, Real Madrid didn't win the Champions League this year.
No. Arsenal actually defeated them. Bottle jobs.
Arsenal.
That one. Oh, yeah. Oh, what about this? Best defense in Spain got knocked out and annihilated by shitty 15th place Manchester United. Do you know that one? Wait. That's not Wolfie. Let's stop right there.
All right, go ahead.
What about Real Sociedad? The big Zubimendi. That one.
Okay,
wait.
Yeah.
So Barca won the league,
Anyways, yeah, come on.
They must have won the Champions League as well then, because it's the best league. And
well, I mean, Spain definitely does better than the Premier League when it comes to hold on, wait. Like when it comes to just European trophies, Spain is better than England. What are we talking about?
Oh yeah, no, like, no doubt about that. No doubt about that.
All right, so now why we're bringing up the UCL. But when you look at the Premier League, if one league had the same winner for 4 years straight, you guys would be cursing it. You guys would be bantering it, calling it trash, whatever. Man City did that. Then Liverpool come, and then they win it by a landslide. The Premier League is not that entertaining, bro. Like, it's really not. It's a bunch of pace and power.
Yeah, okay. So if we take the top two teams out of the Premier League and the top two teams out of La Liga, would you say the other 18 teams would be quite balanced? Or what are we saying here?
No, I would give it to the Prem, but Real Madrid and Barca are so far and clear. But Madrid and Barca are so clear that it just makes Spain better than the Prem.
No, Madrid ain't. No. Let's get one thing straight. Madrid right now are not clear. Barca are clear of you. They're clear of you.
You're a Manchester United fan.
I'm talking as brother. I've got my leagues. I've got all that. Like, brother, respectfully, I know where I'm at. But
leagues. How old were you last time Manchester United won the league?
As it stands, Barca are clear of you and they spank you up.
They're clear. So by the way, so one season makes them clear of us now.
Oh, because that's what we're doing, no? Because
the last 8 El Clásicos, we won 4, they won 4. What are we doing here? Come on now, let's not have
the Barcelona that's been in like a bit of a deficit when they can't really even afford players like that. That Barcelona. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Who told you that Barca were in a deficit?
Bro, they're offering people shit wages. They can barely get Dani Olmo over the line while you lot are going out there getting fucking killing the Mbappe's in that.
they still some way somehow find money to spend. Don't believe that Barca are broke. Those guys are just corrupt.
They're not. Well, I'm Madrid.
They're
Oh,
corrupt.
that's wait.
They're corrupt,
Wait,
allegedly.
hold on. Coming from a Madrid fan.
We're not in no court cases for paying off referees. I didn't see that being us.
Because we all know that when it comes to who is the court, it's you lot.
Nah,
you
stop
are
it.
the court.
Stop it.
Yeah,
Stop it.
yes, it is.
Stop
Anyways,
it. Stop
just
it.
to get written off.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not the point. It's not the point.
I mean, who cares about the Spanish league? Talk about it properly.
Well, actually,
Everybody,
I do, to be fair. My
all your
team-
players do. All your players.
I don't
care
lie
about
to you,
it.
Zidane, favorite player of all time, bro.
Yeah.
I've got no hate for Real.
People, please, if you don't mind, smash the like button. If you come up from Rance's show, even better, please smash the likes. I think Josh just rated as well, so even better then. Isak, man. Apparently, Newcastle are a little bit afraid that someone's going to come and tempt him away from the club. Hence, offer him a new contract. They're going to break the bank. Now, let me put one thing straight. I'm not saying that Liverpool are going to bid, yeah, but it's even come out today again to make it clear, and I can link you articles as well, that when it comes to buying Isak, Liverpool could buy Isak for 200 million and still be clear of PSR. So all that stuff is out the way. Let's not talk. No, it is true. By the way, it is true. It's already out. And obviously, from what they are also getting rid of, Kwanzaa, Elliot, blah 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 blah. Yeah. Also, so they're so in the clear that I think Newcastle are thinking, oh shit, if they come and tempt him, he might be, there might be a little bit of a worry. Obviously, you're going to want to keep your best player at your club, which is fair enough. But my whole thing is, you asked me off stream, Will, but we got it kind of mixed up. What if he rejects it?
You're talking about the contract from Newcastle, right?
Yeah. What if he rejects that?
I don't think they're going to sell him this summer. I don't think it matters. See, the thing is, so you're talking about Liverpool can spend up to 200 M's on Isak. I don't think Newcastle would accept any bid this summer. I really don't. Like, they're back in the Champions League. And I think if you sell Isak, your whole project is done, because now you're going to have Bruno Guimaraes, Sandro Tonali, Livramento, all these guys who they would want to keep as well. They're going to be looking around saying, I thought we're supposed to be building something. And then you just sold Isak. I don't think he leaves. And I don't think Liverpool, they are having an amazing summer so far, but I don't think they're going to show that kind of ambition. They just broke the Premier League record to bring in Florian Wirtz. I don't see them doing it again in the same window to bring in Isak. So, I mean, like, the links are, like, they're cool, but nah, they'll probably end up with like an Ekatike, for being honest.
Yeah, more than likely. I think the same thing, but what if they just start? What if they start now?
Yeah, but what you're saying on the contract thing, like, him signing it could be a bad thing as well. Like, look at Cunha. What did he do in January at Wolves? Signed a new contract. Why? Because they put a release clause in there that was going to be obtainable. What's he done 5 months later? He's left. So this whole contract thing, it depends what's in it, man. If they're going to put a release, like, if Isak's going to sit down and sign a new contract, I'm 99% sure he's going to say, right, I want a release clause of X amount of money on there.
Mm-hmm.
So Newcastle may be better off just if he hasn't got a release clause, or if his release clause is in there and it's at 200 currently, it might be better off just waiting it another year. What's he got left? 2 or 3 years on the contract, something like that?
Yeah, I think it's like 3 years, right?
No, he's got like 3 years left. Yeah,
so there's no rush. Doing a new contract may be detrimental to Newcastle. Right now, Newcastle are in a position of power. I've said it before. The only way he leaves is 2 ways. Either Liverpool overpay for him. I can't see FSG going to 200 mil, or he puts up a stinker and says, I want to go. Newcastle won't accept something. They don't need to, man. Newcastle aren't poor. And to say that Liverpool is so clear on PSR is just Liverpool fan base hype, man. They're like 12th in the PSR list. There was a report done by The Athletic. Forest are ahead of them. Fulham are ahead of them. Newcastle are ahead of them. Right? I think they're clear by 75 mil on PSR. Can they make that bigger? Of course they can. They'll sell academy players and what have you. I'm not saying they can't generate the money to put a bid in, but don't believe the gassing up the Liverpool fans are doing about it. And FSG, man, these owners aren't going to go from spending 0 in 3 transfer windows to suddenly spunking their load like twice over, man. And Liverpool don't need him right now. They're better off getting him next season.
I think the same thing. No, I was gonna say, I think I think like Liverpool are in so they're stuck between a rock and a hard place. I think But I think next season, I think Isak does leave. But I don't think he goes to a team in the Prem. I think he goes outside.
A lot of Newcastle fans are saying Barcelona.
I think, next summer, Barcelona, because Lewandowski's washed, right? Like the guy, he can't run like that no more. And he just a tap-in merchant at this point in his career.
Starts for you.
And see, why are you doing this? No, he doesn't.
Yes,
no, he doesn't. I have Mbappe. I have the best striker in the world. What are you talking about?
He's not a great striker.
Mbappe is a generational player. You could put him across the front three and he cooks any position. What are we talking? Anyway, that's not what we're talking about. Point is, I think, I won 2 trophies last season, right? I mean, it's not the trophies that I want, but factually, they are major trophies, whether you rate them or not. It's on you. Anyways, I think a Barca, a Bayern, I could see him going to like one of those clubs. So I think Liverpool should definitely try to get it done this summer. But again, I just think it's like kind of what Wolfie said. Unless Isak, he just throws like a tantrum, he forces the move, they're not going to accept anything this summer. I just can't see it. I can't.
Yeah, I hear it. I hear that part. Where's Monts, man? Hurry up, Monts, because this guy's probably going to get his shade on.
Why is it that Liverpool doing this thing on Newcastle that they think they're just going to knock on the door and Newcastle are going to roll the red carpet out? Like, even if Liverpool put 150 in or whatever, there's no guarantee Newcastle are going to accept it, man. There's like many hurdles between a bid to him going and what have you. And then I think Cal has been on it this week about it. It's like, where's he more likely to win trophies, Liverpool or Newcastle? That logic just doesn't make sense, because you can say, where's he more likely to win trophies, Real Madrid or Liverpool? So, there's always going to be a bigger fish someone can go to. And also, like, he's a good player. But is he a £200 million player?
Nah. He's not.
Nah.
Exactly,
no,
man.
He's not.
Exactly.
Nah,
but that's what it would cost, I think, to make Newcastle consider it. I feel like you would have to massively overpay. Again, like,
he's worth whatever.
Why would they do it?
To sell out?
Like, what's the if Isak is not forcing the move? What's the benefit for Newcastle selling him? Like,
exactly.
Because they're gonna spend money this summer, right? Like, I think that they're gonna be active in the transfer window. They have, like, when Saudis buy your club, they're not there to just be around and be in the mix. They want to win. So Newcastle's trajectory, it's gonna be on the upwards, and Isak is a huge part of that, right? If you sell this guy, in my opinion, the project is over, because I think the other star players, like I said, I think they're gonna want to leave as well. What would keep Bruno Guimaraes there? You just sold Isak. Why would Tonali want to stay? You just sold one of the best players in the world. It just shows that you're a selling club, even though you have these owners that are going to spend money. Is like, nah, I just don't think it makes sense.
And then you got Mr. Link in the chat who knows absolutely nothing about Newcastle, and he's talking like he knows what their finances are. Newcastle can spend, and they can spend big this summer. And even if they can't spend big this summer, all they got to do is what they did last season with us, sell an Elliot Anderson for an overinflated fee and have someone go back in return, man. PSR isn't what it was now that everyone's figured out all the loopholes, man. Newcastle are under no financial pressure whatsoever, as much
Wolfie,
as Mr.
man.
Link wants to gas it up.
Man. It just sounds like right now, you're like, oh my gosh, all Newcastle, Nottingham Forest friends. Oh my God. We know the finances. We can spend, guys. We can spend.
You don't think Newcastle can spend?
So they can't. Well, they'll be able to spend a lot more compared to the actual spending power if they get rid of Isak. You can say all they have to do is sell one player, but they're not going to do that right now, are they? They need to strengthen their squad. They don't want to have to sell.
I said about academy players.
What academy players are they selling? Newcastle
it doesn't matter, man. It can be Joe Bloggs.
No, but have you heard any?
Exactly. You don't need to. You can literally pull Joe Bloggs out of the academy, sell him to Chelsea for 20 mil.
Players are Newcastle selling at the moment or looking?
Anyone they would want to if they needed extra finance. That's the bit.
Should be a bike, but right now they want proper spending power. Listen, I know they don't want to have to let go of Isak, and that I hear it. I'm not saying Newcastle. We're not saying Newcastle can't spend that all. We're not saying they can't spend that all. But if they really want to, as I said, Cass, you know this one. You know when Naruto opens when he goes Kurama and the whole, you know when he does that one. Yeah. You know when Killer Bee does this one.
Yeah.
It's called unleashing the power. Unleashing the power. Price of Isak. Unleashing the power. He could be their Coutinho. You never know.
What are you talking about, Monts, man? Seriously,
It's like you wouldn't get it,
bro. They would have more finances to play with if they sold their women's football team than selling Isak. How about that?
Can you just sell them Elanga? Can you sell the Elanga, please? Hurry up, like, so I can make some money.
They need to put proper money on the table, man.
Well, they're wondering if they're gonna put a second bid in. I feel like they're a little bit confused. I don't know why they would want to go for Elanga. Makes me more appreciative that we get someone like Mbeumo. But it doesn't make sense because they're looking at Kudus. It's like, well, he's going to cost more than Elanga. So which one is it?
I mean, if they like, look, Wolfie, listen. What? It was only the other day you were calling me Liverpool, yeah, and now we're seeing titles like this. You know, right afterwards has been, you know what I'm saying? It was only then. And it's funny because I haven't seen you since.
Wait, Monts. Aside from this summer window, when have you ever seen your club show this level of ambition? Do you
this is it?
Be real.
No, this is it. No,
do you think that you're gonna go drop another big bag to go sign Isak this summer?
Yes, because you know what? We charge up something like this every 4 years. We can't do it. We don't do it every year like you. You know, we charge it takes us 4 years to charge one up. Every 4 years, you know what I'm saying? Alisson, Fabinho, Van Dijk, all in 6 months. Shaqiri, all in 6 months. You see what I'm saying? How long ago? And
where did you pull them from? Yeah, you pulled Van Dijk from a Southampton, bro.
Bro, I'm talking about spending money. He's talking about showing it.
Yeah. I was talking about just like spending the bread, like having the ambition. Like that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So nice try, Wolfie, because that ambition went and got us big trophies. So my point is, that was what, 5 years ago? Every 4 or 5 years, we charge up. I guarantee you this.
It was longer than that, man.
8 years ago, mate.
Yeah. No, but I'm talking 2018, 2019.
When you deep it 4 years, 2025. Yeah, you're right.
There you go. So no, but obviously I'm saying with like Alisson, Fabinho, and that was 2018, obviously. So when I'm saying that, obviously that's 7 years ago. But you know what I mean. My point is that every time we do either sell big or X amount of years, we will go and do something mad. It just doesn't happen all the time. We can't do a Real Madrid. We can't do a Man United or Man City. Not saying we can't. We just don't. It's just not our style. But for some reason, now that Klopp has gone, the club want to start spending big. Now, I don't know if it's going to happen next year, the year after that. I'm not a fortune teller. But what I can tell you is you better watch your fucking back. You better watch your fucking back and put a price tag on that Marilla brother as well. You better do that. I'll tell you right now. That's the mood I'm in. That's the mood I'm in right now. That's the mood I'm in right now. That's the mood I'm in right now. You see the mood I'm in right now. You know what I'm saying? Do you see this window? It could be something special. It could be something special. It already is something special. You know what I'm saying? I get it. We lost Trent, and you know, it's happened now, isn't it? It's happened now. Yeah. It is what it is. You know, I can't wait to play you in the Champions League. It is what it is.
No, you're not. We'll slap you like normal. It's all good.
No, you won't because we slapped you last season. So we slapped you last season.
Yeah, you know I mean, like in the group stage, but like, what about
and Trent didn't play in that game. Trent won't play in that game.
When it matters?
Conor Bradley folded and back like him. Bro, respectfully, yeah, I hear it. You man are the big dogs, but right now, you man stink of shit. You man stink. You stink. I don't fear Hoyson.
This is why I was Carlo out. One season got Liverpool fans talking like this to me.
I don't fear Hoyson. You think
a
centre back pairing of a Stenko and Hoyson scores is gonna
You know what you need to do, man? Since you feeling big, what you need to do is make sure that
I gotta have that shit overseas
for me next season. That's what you need to do. Make sure that Konate gets to me in one piece on that free agent signing. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you for developing these players that I can enjoy. Thank you.
I understand that. I understand that. Just make sure those players work out. Otherwise, I've just got all the good stuff.
Of course, it's gonna work out.
You don't get the scraps. Do you know what I'm saying? Just make sure it works out.
Just keep hate watching. Keep hate watching. You'll see success. That's all that is.
Because do you know what me and you have in common? Do you know what me and you have in common?
Right.
But do you know what me and you have in common? We both have someone superior to us in that Premier League, in that league phase, right? Barcelona, you are Barcelona's bitch. That's what you are. You are Brocolona's bitch.
Nah,
how about this? After what I just done, hold on, let me land. After what I just done to Barcelona, you my bitch's bitch. Now you're my bitch's bitch. Yeah, and I don't want to hear anything from you because you're my bitch's bitch.
What is this waffle?
Yeah. So my point is, I don't want to hear verbal from you. Real Madrid in your league, Barcelona own you. They own you.
How do Barcelona? Who has more league titles? Who has more league titles?
So
what do you mean? How
many La Ligas have you won in the last 15 years?
So wait. Why is
how many have you won?
24.
How many La Ligas did Cristiano Ronaldo win?
Okay, hold on, wait. I think 2.
Answer my question. How many La Ligas did Cristiano Ronaldo
win? Okay, hold on, wait. But hold on, wait. In my 10 years, I've been watching since 14, 15. I've seen us win 4 or 5 titles. It's about like half.
Fucking hell. With all that money and all those Galacticos, fucking hell.
Wait, Mons.
Talk to me about the UCLs, Mons. Talk to me about the UCLs.
Fucking hell.
So wait, Mons, why is he your bitch? Why is he your bitch? Just so I understand the flow here.
I said he's not my bitch. He said
he's
Barcelona's bitch. It's Barcelona's bitch. And I made Barcelona my bitch.
Mons.
How did you make Barcelona your bitch? Just so we can follow the logic.
Okay, maybe you want.
He's talking about the quick corners and all that stuff.
I made my bitch.
So what about in the history?
I sold them my best player. I sold them my best player only for that best player to flop. Me get the money, the investments I made from that best player to go and play Barcelona again, and then the season after that, he goes on loan for 2 years, dunks back on them, and gets a sick tuple, and he goes
like Bale's overhead kick against you.
I didn't sell Bale.
We did it that way.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
I mean the logic and
my point is, I get it. Like Real Madrid, you guys are the Don Dallas in it. You get it. You're the big club in the world. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even know how this happened.
I know. It generally tends to happen like that. It's a bit of a whirlwind. When I get going, it's a bit of a whirlwind, bro. You forget where you are and where you just.
Hey, look, bro. Xabi Alonso is here. Don't worry. The trouble is loading. 2 years.
What? Wait. The one that couldn't beat Al Hilal.
I mean,
as I said, I'll be honest.
Man had 3 training sessions.
I swear on my life, I don't fear Housen one bit. Like I don't fear him one bit.
Better than Konate, by the way.
What? Better than who?
He's better than Konate. What does Konate look like without Van Dijk? What are you talking about?
Better than who?
He's better than Konate.
In what? At passing? Yeah, sure.
At what?
Just as a footballer. Like if you could pick one defender to have, we're gonna all pick Housen. You don't gotta lie.
Who's picking Housen? Hold on. Who you picking out of Housen and Konate?
I'm picking Konate, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Who you picking out of Housen and Konate?
Milankovic.
Bro.
Yeah, you know what? I'm picking him as well.
Doing this shit, man.
I'm picking him too.
I'm picking Konate.
Right. So you're the only one in this panel who takes Housen.
Now look, it's because it's that Liverpool Premier League bias, right? Housen, he was at Bournemouth, right? At a smaller club. A lot of you guys are rating it. After this season, we'll talk. After this season, we'll talk.
No, you know his ceiling is definitely very high. Yeah, I admit that. But
give it a rest.
You talk about Prem Tards and all this kind of stuff. Like we have watched more Bournemouth than you ever did.
I didn't even say Prem Tards, but
no, basically that's what you're saying. Prem
I can't even say the Prem Tards him because he come from our league.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We watched him. Like I'm not saying he's not that guy, but he's just not that. He's not better than Konate right now. Like
he's not yet that guy.
He's better than Konate.
He's not better than. He's not better than Milinkovic. He's not better than. I actually
think that Housen would suit Liverpool more than Konate right now with how Arne Slot likes to play on the ball.
You're right.
Housen would be a better fit for your team.
Maybe. But he ain't better.
But he ain't better. He ain't better.
He ain't better. Because how about this? If Konate does go to Madrid on a free, like you say, I guarantee you're going to be having Konate over Housen. I'll tell you that.
No, Konate will be over Rudiger and Asensio. Housen's he's starting. He's locked on.
I can't lie. Your back line is actually right now. Yeah, is quite shit at the moment. It is quite shit at the moment. I can't lie. Asensio might even end up in prison. He might not even be playing football, so we don't even know that yet. Also, Rudiger is on the way out, but I still really Rudiger starts for most teams still for me, innit? He's just in and out in it. Like at the moment, I don't know, but it needs to get replaced at one point. Trent can't defend. And don't get me started
the best right back in the world.
I didn't say that. Yeah, for me, I've already said that. But
so then
he can't defend. But I'm talking about defensively. Everything's great going forward in terms of passing. You can pass that. But then don't even get me started on Mendy.
Nah, backline is sorted. The only thing that we need is a left.
Yo, Mendy 5-star week.
How about this? I'll tell you right now, as it stands, Real Madrid aren't top 3 teams in the world.
Yeah, he's right.
As it stands, you're not top 3.
Your team's not balanced at all.
I don't even know if you're top 4. I don't even know.
Hear me. I know this is a bit of a tangent, yeah, but this is the first time where I can say your front line's very imbalanced for me. It doesn't. You can't unless you got space to run into. Unless you got space to run into. Yeah, I don't think it's still dangerous, but it's not balanced. Your midfield, yeah, the only good. Actually, to be fair, Camavinga is always injured, which is a disgrace, isn't it? I want to see him more in midfield. Chouameni, our brother. Valverde's the only.
What do you mean? Wait.
Valverde's been playing out of position all season, man.
Valverde is for me. One sec. Valverde, yeah, is the only one in that midfield, and Camavinga when he is fit, but he's not always fit, yeah, is the ones I'll rate. The rest of them can fuck off.
Where did they play Valverde? Where did they play Valverde?
I didn't hear Jude in that. Hold on, wait. I didn't hear Jude. What are you talking about?
Yeah, because Jude's at the fucking bottom. Jude is at the bottom of pits of midfielders. He's not a midfielder. The guy's a striker, innit? The guy can't midfield.
Since when is he a striker? One season he played high up because Benzema now he's a striker. What was he doing at Dortmund?
The guy will never ever run a midfield by himself. Ever. Yeah.
But you don't have to be able to run the midfield. But let's not act like Jude is not one of
the what it is, yeah? You know what Jude is, yeah?
What are you talking about?
Jude is basically Dele Alli without tech. Like that's it.
Dele Alli without tech.
Without the tech, yeah.
Well, Dele Alli would have had a season like he had in his debut for Real Madrid.
No, because we kind of done it. What did he do for Tottenham? In his first season, it was fucking immense.
Did all right, yeah.
Same thing.
Nah, like Alli, no, he was a good player for Tottenham. But I think, first off.
Yeah, he's Dele Alli with PR.
I need to know why you pick your top 3 teams in the world right now. I need to know why my
3 starting midfielders walk into all of your teams.
You're not betting. So who are you betting?
No, you saw my midfield came up against yours. What happened?
I prefer. How about this? I prefer
you man got slung by your dreads. By Arsenal Football Club, bro. You got drapes. Your arms are flying one way and your body was flying the other by Arsenal.
Crazy.
Newcastle's midfield is better, more balanced.
You got beaten up by Thomas Partey and Declan Rice.
Chelsea have a better midfield than you. Newcastle have a better midfield than you. That's the truth.
Better midfield than me.
Caicedo's better than any of your DMs. Facts. Cole Palmer's better than Jude Bellingham.
Hold on.
Fernandez. The only one you got Valverde's the only one
in the Champions League.
Brother, I don't need to.
Oh, okay. You don't need to.
I don't need to.
You know what it is? As I said, bro. Will, on a serious thing.
Yeah.
I know you lot are the Don Dadders. Like I will not challenge your history. Like when it comes to the Champions League heritage, you have all of that. But I'm just talking as of today, right now. Why are you top 3 teams in the world? And who are you better than? Why are you? You are not top 3 teams in the world right now. You're not better than PSG.
Okay, go ahead. Huh? Okay, I have the best goalkeeper in the world. I have the best right back in the world.
Maybe.
I have one of the best midfielders in the world. I have the best left winger. I have the best striker. How
Vinny Jr. is an absolute stinker, man. What are you talking about?
Who?
Vinny Jr. You're saying Vinny Jr. on the left?
Vinny Jr. Yeah, he's the best left winger in the world.
You can have one of the best midfielders, but your midfield is not that, bro. I'm telling you that now. Look what Man City just built. They got Reinders Rodri instantaneously better than your midfield already now, and then they got fucking Cherky. Kind of, yeah.
You man are in a similar position to Man City. You lot got to get back up there. The big dogs.
Let's get one thing straight. Alisson's better than Courtois right now. Yeah, can we get that thing straight?
Alisson's better than Courtois
by mile.
In what multi-dimension have I woken up in? Like, what is going on this stream? I thought we were going to be talking about Premier League transfers and shit.
Yeah,
like, what's going on right now?
Let's go back to that.
Am I actually in reality right now?
Will, what's your top 3 teams in the world right now?
Top 3 teams? Real Madrid.
In no order. It doesn't even have to be in order.
I don't see anything else. You are all beneath me.
Wait,
Real Madrid. That's my top 3. That's my top 3.
You
won
won nothing. You won nothing. So how are you top 3 teams right now?
What do you mean I won nothing? I won 2 trophies last season. Is this an opinion or factual based conversation, Mons?
Which trophy is he claiming? Which trophy is he claiming?
Is this an opinion?
What trophy? Wait, what trophy?
Well, which one is he claiming? He did an Arteta.
What trophy you won?
You won the Community Shield of Spain.
The UEFA Super Cup is a major trophy. Yes or no?
Who did you play?
Yes or no?
Who did you play?
We played
You can't even remember. That's how big it is, bro.
Atalanta. No, I'm saying it was
cool. I'll give you the Super Cup. Go on. What was the other one?
Okay, and then the former Club World Cup, now known as the Intercontinental Cup.
Wait,
Is that not a major trophy, Mons? Yes or no?
All right, cool. I hear it. All
right. And mind you, in one of the
you're not better than Barcelona, though. Don't do that. You're not better than Barcelona. You're not better than Barcelona.
This is
like they slapped you with their youngies by 4s and 5s.
I still left with something after one of my worst seasons.
Yeah, I'm just saying, but Barcelona, when I say Barcelona gave you, man, the firmest backhand. Come on, bro. You man are your mouth bitch. Let's not do that. Your mouth is
no, but it's not even just them, but it was all. But bro, you gave him a backhand, did you not? Arsenal fucked him up in both legs at the Bernabeu.
Yes, we was passing Real Madrid around. They got passed around.
So you were passing us around. Who went further in the UCL? Like, what are you talking for? You got knocked down around at 16, brother. I
won my league.
First team for nothing. First team for nothing. All that work for nothing.
No, but they lost against
I won my league.
I don't. You know what? I'm kind of enjoying.
And I lost to the champions, by the way.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. They lost to the champions, bro.
Does that make you feel better?
No. I'm saying, how about this? How about this? Will, God forbid you played the champions after losing 5-1 to Arsenal. God forbid you played the champions. Because what Coutinho would have done to you, man, I don't even want to know.
Hey, look, man, look. Anyways, before we get back to the Premier League talk, that's Carlo tax. Xabi Alonso is here now. Like I said,
I don't know.
The manager that you were twerking for last summer rejected you, by the way, like all these other players do.
Hey, by the way,
don't worry. Watch what we do this. See, look, this is why Carlo goes smoke every single time. Look at how these guys are talking to me. This is why Carlo out.
Did Al Hilal? Did you just drove Al Hilal?
And the referee tried to give it to them as well, by the way. They tried to give them. Tried to give it to them. That referee was cheated, man. Referee was cheated.
Hey, look, bro, go back to Isak. Go back to Isak and your delusional takes on how he'll join your club this summer. Go ahead. Let's get back to that. This is crazy.
Can I ask you one more question?
No. Nah, go ahead.
Are you even getting Saliba?
Not this summer. Nah. Because I don't think Militao or
the last time I checked, you wanted Kanai on a free.
I mean, yeah, because he's free. The club are cheap. You want him because he's free, not because he's better than Saliba. It's because he's free.
Okay.
Yeah.
Funny.
It doesn't matter though. I have Dean Housen though, so now I'm sorted. That's
yeah, you're definitely sorted, man. Overrated Christensen. Anyways, what's it called? What?
So just to think, you think you're the best team in the world right now?
Of course.
That's the mentality.
You think you're better than Barcelona?
Yes.
I can't lie. A Barcelona fan would be.
Are you better than PSG? Are you better than PSG right now?
Yes.
What? No, Will. You even thought about it, bro. No, Will, you thought about it. No, bro, you thought about it.
Hey, look, it's Carlo tax, bro. Look, when you have to rely on individual brilliance and the power of brotherhood to get you through a whole season, this is how we end up. Who
did that?
Carlo. Why you think that everybody want Carlo out?
No, I'm not. Yeah, no. Your manager's a fossil. He's a fossil. I know he's a fossil.
Yeah, the decision making was awful last season.
Your old manager. I know your old manager was a fossil. You know what I'm saying? I agree. He had you playing the stinkiest.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Xabi is here now. Xabi is here.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, as it stands, you're not better than PSG. You're not better than Barcelona. I don't know if you're better than Arsenal. I don't even know if you're better than Arsenal.
Months. Let me ask you a question. When I win the Club World Cup, then what do you say then?
You're not winning it.
Well, I don't know. How about this? When I win Bundesliga next year, what are you gonna say?
When you win what?
Exactly. Go win the fucking champs again and go.
Oh, so now we're gonna downplay the Club World Cup because you couldn't get in. So
about the Club World Cup.
So because you couldn't get in, now you want to downplay it. Now you want to. So now you want to downplay it because you couldn't qualify. Okay.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, your man's still got a bit to prove, to be fair. And right now, he's talking like my manager. We've got to stick together, all of that stuff, and give it time and blah blah blah. We'll see what happens.
He's won.
But yeah, man.
And bro, by the way, now go win that shit now, innit? Go win.
You better win it, Will.
Now that you've said that, win that shit.
Of course, that's the expectations. I'm not
gonna lie. What's the reality?
Because you haven't won much this season, innit? You haven't won much this season, so go win it.
It looks like it's going to be.
You want to be technical? I've won more trophies than you. Catch up.
With Barcelona at the moment.
Catch up.
Would you rather the La Liga or the 2 trophies you won this season?
How do I qualify for those trophies?
Would you rather the La Liga?
How do I qualify for those trophies, man?
Will, please answer my question.
How do I qualify?
If you had the choice, would you rather win the La Liga or the 2 trophies you won this season?
How did I qualify for those trophies?
He's not gonna answer it, guys, is he?
No, I'm just asking. Because to win what I won, you have to win.
You know what? Let's get this back on track.
You don't want to answer me.
Wait. Let's get this back on track because Arsenal fans might like this.
I know he wants that. I know he'd rather have that La Liga. He'd trade it every day in the week. He'd trade it.
Ask him about Rodrygo, man.
Yeah, I was going to. But before we do that, look, there's 900 in the house. Please smash the likes if you haven't done so yet. There's only 215, 214, something like that. So if you lot can just like pause whatever you're doing, even if you're on your tablets, your phones, you might even be on a PC, so even better. You might even be on your TVs, but there's always a like button available. So if you can do that, it helps the video, pushes out to the next person.
Where's Dappy, by the way?
Who?
Dappy, isn't it?
What? The guy from, you mean from N-Dubs?
Sorry.
Yeah. Anyways, big up to anyone that has already liked the video. What you said about Rodrigo, you would probably know the most. Obviously, Mario Cortegena, I don't know how to say his name, yeah, but he's from the Athletic. He talks for your club, basically, pretty much, or talks on your club. He's the correspondent of Real Madrid. He said that Rodrigo is his agent, aka his dad, rejected Arsenal and all the bids and basically any proposal that's come his way for him to stay at Real Madrid. And obviously there was concerns before, because it's in the whole article saying along the lines that he had concerns about playing time and what's going to happen. Apparently Xabi Alonso's had some good conversations with him. Do you see him moving this summer?
I don't know.
Considering you got Mastantuano through the door, I don't know how great he is, but he's been tipped since won the kid and blah blah blah. Yeah. Brahim Diaz is about to sign a new contract.
Yeah. Then like Arda Güler's playing well from the right as well.
He's
I have
playing
no
very
idea.
well.
I mean, to be honest, I don't want Rodrygo to leave. He's my favorite player at the club, but we're never gonna see the best version of him at Real Madrid. It's not going to happen because he's not going to get a chance to play on the left consistently. He's not going to be one of the main guys. And I think that was some of the reasons why he wanted to leave. And this last game against Pachuca, he didn't play and he was on the bench. And I didn't look into why he didn't play though. I don't know if he's dealing with maybe an injury from training and whatnot. I don't think anybody really knows what's going to happen. I think we have to just see how the rest of this Club World Cup plays out. And I think that'll tell me a lot. Like, we play RB Salzburg on Thursday. If he gets another DNP, I don't know how people can sit here and tell me that he's going to be staying. It just doesn't really make sense. Like, is he going to want to be a super sub? I mean, if he wants to be a super sub, then that'd be phenomenal. But I feel like Rodrygo wants to be one of the main guys, and he wants to be on that left wing. At Real Madrid is just not a possibility for him. So, yeah, again, like I said, we'll sell him. He'll go to Arsenal, maybe a Bayern, Liverpool, any one of these teams.
Arsenal want him.
I don't think we'd go for Rodrygo.
You don't think that you would? I mean, look, maybe not. But point is, like,
it depends on the Diaz thing.
Why have you said all clubs but Arsenal? The one that actually said that these are priorities.
We said Arsenal first.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I'm saying just like
Bayern Munich.
Any
Bayern Munich seems to be priced out a little bit.
Like any top team that needs a left winger, because the left wing market is dead. So it has to be Rodrygo. Like, I think he'd do phenomenal for.
Is it? By the way, yeah. Would you say, because I've watched like a few extended highlights of him when he's played on the left a few times he does get to.
Yeah.
And he doesn't actually look, I think he'd be better as a left winger if he's playing there regularly, but would it be fair to say some of the times he has gone out to the wing, the left wing, he hasn't really performed in the same way that we know how good he actually is?
Yeah. This season he was super mid. But so were a lot of our players. So I'm not going to like hold that against him. But yeah,
Rodrygo, I know that's not his ability level, is what we're seeing. I'm saying that's not his ability level. Obviously, he's way better than that. But like, would you say that he hasn't, even though the team was playing bad, he didn't do himself any favors when he went on the left?
Yeah, no. On the left, on the right, if he played a little bit more central, it didn't really matter. He didn't have a good season. I mean, he had like a handful, like he had a good game. Like I'd say he probably had maybe like when he cooked, I'd say Rodrigo probably cooked like 4 or 5 matches last season. Like, but aside from that, he was anonymous for a majority of the season. But again, I'm putting a lot of that down to Carlo. I'm to be honest. But I think he should leave. Me personally, if I was Rodrigo, I would leave. I'd look at it like, yo, I've won everything here. Now I have to start thinking about my own personal, I guess like a Trent thing, like your personal brand, right? If Rodrigo, because he was upset that he didn't get included in the 30-man shortlist for the Ballon d'Or. If you want to be included on that kind of list, if you want to be in certain kind of conversations as one of the best in the world, then I think he has to leave. It is what it is.
They say 77 million, 80 million, like
that to me would be like that. That's super low. It's got to be 100 million euros.
That's
like
about 85 million. That's only 5 million more.
Yeah, but you're doing like the pounds converted. I'm talking about just.
I'm talking pounds. I'm talking pounds. I'm talking in pounds.
Yeah, no. Yeah, and I'm with you there. But I'm saying like for Real Madrid, you have to get 100 million euros. You have to like look at some of the players who are getting quoted for
85 million pounds. You want 85 million pounds?
All right, you want me to say 100 million pounds then? Okay, for the best left winger on the market, then you got to go get 100 million pounds. All right, because this guy's going to bring experience to your team, right? He's a very technical player, can link play, has a good shot on him as well. He does a lot of off the ball work, right? He tracks back. Rodrygo, he just needs a chance to be the main guy on that left wing. And he's going to be a phenomenal.
So what you're saying is he's as worth as much as Anthony.
What?
That's what man you paid for Anthony.
How much did we pay?
80 million. We didn't get to pay the add-ons.
And that was a couple of years ago. So put inflation on it and what have you.
3 years ago, yeah.
No, I mean, I'm just saying. I think 100 M's. Let's say pounds then. Fine, forget euros. Pounds. 100 million pounds.
You better be saying pounds now, man. Yeah. You're tagging him to Anthony.
I think that's fair. That's fair, especially coming off of a poor season. But he does have a long-term contract, so I mean, we'll see. But Madrid don't usually stand in the way when players like want to leave. Like we've seen big players leave, and if he leaves, and it is what it is. It's not that.
I reckon it'd be Arsenal if there's any indication, and it even came out. Even that Mario Cortegena, even he said today, like Arsenal are willing to wait and see this one out, pretty much.
Years,
I know the thing is when it comes to Arsenal doing business, they take flipping long, but. If it can come as an indication, probably by after this World Cup, Club World Cup. Sorry, if he if he gets minimal minutes and all that, I think that's going to upset him. Whatever conversations with Xabi Alonso is clearly a fucking liar. Do you know what I mean? That's it. He's just lied to him. I mean, most managers do to keep players around. They want the best squad available, wouldn't it? It's going to say, yeah, you're going to be a part of my plans. Well, clearly not. When I'm sorry, yeah, but when Arda Güler is ahead of you, and Brahim Diaz is coming on to get the flipping like an assist against whatever team they just smacked up. Like went down when you went down to 10 men. I can't remember who it was.
What's Endrick? What are you doing with Endrick, man?
Yeah, this.
I don't know, bro. Gonzalo Garcia, he looks really good. Endrick is injured.
Gonzalo Garcia, he looks decent.
Yeah, bro. It's like
he does.
He looks like Julian Alvarez.
That like Benzema role. Like he's dropping deep. He's linking play. The thing is, Endrick just doesn't have good Endrick is a very good striker. He just doesn't have the IQ. He looks like his snapshots are really good.
Yeah, but
he has good shot power, but like his shot selection is a bit stupid sometimes. It's like, bro, like just like lay the ball off. But I have no idea because
he's a bit like Julian. He plays a bit like Julian Alvarez for me. I was like, yeah, he's pretty much. It's like when he first come around the block.
Yeah, how old is he now? How old is he? He's still young, isn't he? He's still
Julian Alvarez is like 23, 20.
No, Endrick.
Endrick is still 18, I think.
He signed him up when he was like 16, didn't
he? Yeah. And then he joined last summer when he turned 18.
He needs a loan, innit? He needs a loan, man.
Yeah.
Probably
I
more than
mean,
likely.
I don't know if a big club would come in for him right now, though.
I think someone maybe like Dortmund. Well, they got Grassy, so maybe not.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like a Dortmund, right? Like they like to.
I think the German league's probably the best bet for him to go and learn a bit of craft in it.
He could learn at Forest, and big club coming in for him.
You want a striker, to be fair.
I got the best striker in the Club World Cup right now.
You know what? I dare him to tuck in his shirt, wear short sleeve, and play with black boots, man. Go and really realize that this is not for him.
Now, so how do you guys think that Rodrygo would do in the Prem, though? Like, if Arsenal were to get that signing,
Cooks.
Go ahead.
For me, Cooks. I said Rodrigo is your best left winger, and they say, "What? What do you mean?" I'm like, yeah, he's better than Vinny. I think he's better than Vinny. He's like, well, based off what? Because based off what my eyes told me. Like, I just think he's just your best left winger. You know what it is, yeah. I like Vinny's output and everything, yeah. And I'm not disrespecting him.
Big game player as well. Big game player,
yeah. Rodrigo's also got big game player stuff as well on him. I just don't think he's ever given that real chance because Vinny, when it does come to the output stuff, that's what matters the most in it. But Rodrigo's my type of winger, man.
I think Vinny's got a lot better at playmaking than when he first became.
Yeah, of course.
When Vinny first touched the big stage, his playmaking still needed work, and now he's got that Trevella on lock.
But you know what it is though. I feel like with Vinny, he needs a lot of space he needs quite a bit of space to run into, and I know he's got that burst of speed that you can't handle. But Rodrigo just reminds me of a play. If you want to solve a bit of a low block, I'm looking at flipping Rodrigo more than flipping Mbappe and a Vinny, because of course you need them to be at the end of the ball they need to be the ones that receive to obviously go and shoot and score. Where that's where I have to look at Rodrigo and say, look what Arsenal have to face pretty much every week. That's why they play the way they play at times, but they have to keep going against low blocks. So every single time when you got Saka and that, obviously Saka's quite clutch. I feel like, I think Rodrigo could be the extra creator because they're looking at maybe more of a pure number 9. Especially if they're looking at Gyökeres. If they go get Gyökeres, I'm thinking Rodrigo's perfect for that, man.
Yeah, it looks balanced. It will be balanced. Yeah. Saka one side, Gyökeres.
And that's what I think. That's what I believe Berto wants to create. But Arteta has different plans. You know, I think they want Rodrigo. I think he wants Rodrigo and Gyökeres, not Rodrigo and what's his name, Sesko. But the thing is, I still think that's a nice lineup up front because if Sesko is to be this, obviously it's a lot of potential talk. But if he is to be this guy that, that Arteta really likes and other fans rate, then I'm pretty sure they're going to be fine because his link-up's quite good. So he benefits probably of Rodrigo a little bit more. Because when Rodrigo has played on the left, by the way, he scored all goals in every game. I think he played 6 games and he scored 4 goals, got a couple assists. And then 2 of them, which was against Alaves, was one of them on the reverse fixture. I can't remember the other one, but he didn't score. But he scored against that Espanyol, Alaves in the first leg, Sevilla, he scored against the left wing.
Yeah, and he's involved in the UCL nights as well. But again, just this past season, it just wasn't good. And to be fair, I think Rodrygo hasn't taken that next step yet. I feel like he hasn't really progressed like you would hope, for example. And maybe that's because he's on the right and he wants to be on the left. I know when we first bought him from Santos, he played on the right.
Bro, I think he could be the Alexis Sanchez kind of move when he first came over from Barcelona. They had no hope for this guy whatsoever. They got rid of him. He was still good at Barcelona. There was just other people that were preferred in it back in 2012 when he came I reckon he could be one of those.
I was going to ask that, if Arsenal have Rodrigo, let's just say Gyökeres and Saka as their front 3, Months, are you worried?
A little bit.
Yeah, bro. If Arsenal get Rodrigo and I'd say Gyökeres, that's good enough to win the league.
I agree.
Despite Arteta, or in spite of Arteta.
Just forget. I think Arteta's, bro. I don't think Arteta would be the issue if they got those signings.
I agree.
I think there's no more.
I kind of agree. The defense is good enough. Midfield
will be one hell of a race between Liverpool, City. And
Arsenal. Only issue would be Ødegaard.
Yeah,
when I look at their 11,
but if he's got runners outside,
will they have Zubimendi? For me, will definitely improve Ødegaard. I think Ødegaard struggles when it's Partey and Rice. When it's Jorginho and Rice, Ødegaard has more license to do what he needs to do. He gets on the half turn further up the pitch. When it's the other two playing, and that's nothing to do with Partey. I think Partey is still very good, but it just sometimes it doesn't help. Certain combinations don't help certain players. And I think if Zubimendi plays with Rice, I think we probably will see a better Ødegaard, in my opinion.
So what would their midfield be? You're saying Zubimendi, Rice, and Ødegaard is the three?
Yeah, 100%.
It's a bit more.
Yeah, I look at that team. I think Ødegaard becomes the weakest player in that team.
No way.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What? Who's weaker? Who's weaker in that team, in their position?
No, because what we saw from Ødegaard this season isn't the Ødegaard we know. Like, yeah, cool, he's had a shit season, and we've all had.
No, I'm not saying that much. I'm saying he becomes the weak. No, I'm saying be it you think he's good or shit. I think Arsenal, that would be their weakest position. Irrespective if you think he's good or shit. Who else in that starting 11? I'm talking about their starting 11 in this hypothetical team we've just done. Where's the weakness?
He is the weakest link.
He's not the weakest link.
Who is
okay?
Wait, who would be?
Okay, hold on, wait, Mont. So then, like, let's just go through this, right? So you have Raya in goal, Timber at right back, Saliba and Magalhaes as the center back partnership. Then you got Lewis Skelly at left back. Now the midfield, you got Rice, Zubimendi, Ødegaard. Then in your front three, you got Saka.
Why is the I know that front.
Yeah,
that
so who you saying is the weakest player in that team?
Why is Zubimendi automatically better than Ødegaard?
He's the weakest. For me, he's the weakest out of all them.
He's the weakest, bro.
He needs to prove himself. He got snapped up by Casemiro.
Wait, but is he the weakest just because you don't know what he's gonna do in the Prem, or is he the weakest?
Yeah.
But also, Zubimendi's not even had a mad great season for Sociedad. Like, man, acting like he's been tearing down trees this year. He ain't been tearing down trees.
But Sociedad are meaty though.
Yeah, right. But they both, Ødegaard and Zubimendi, both haven't been great. But Ødegaard has had good prior seasons. He's got more of a.
So are you saying there's only Zubimendi in that team weaker than Ødegaard?
No,
I don't think. Why is Ødegaard the weakest?
No, like this Ødegaard thing has gone mad for it.
What are you guys seeing Ødegaard? Because for me, like, he's a very.
How about this? If it was up to me, I'd put him in an 8 more than a 10.
No,
I think they don't really play him as a 10, man.
I know, but that's what I like. Ødegaard, the one that drops into the 8 and does his thing. I'm not gonna lie, he's a controller.
By the way, but we're talking about the starting 11. We're not talking about like Ødegaard being the weakest in the entire team. We're talking about just the 11 on the pitch.
It's weak. It's weak. Like a bit more. Is that a bit? I know it sounds no point like a bit strong to use, isn't it?
No,
like weak.
I'm not even using it in that sense. I'm not even using it in that sense. I'm just saying, if you had to put them in order, are you putting Ødegaard towards the top or bottom?
I'll be honest. By this logic, if we're going to use the Ødegaard logic, then I don't want to hear Saliba in any conversations because he was shit this season. He weren't anywhere near his usual levels. So let's put Saliba in that conversation as well.
Okay, that's fair.
You know what I'm saying? So but do you see how that's not the narrative? Because we know what Saliba's been capable of the last 2 years prior.
Yeah, but Ødegaard when you look at creative midfielders in the world, like Ødegaard for me, and I saw it at Real Madrid, like when because he got opportunities. He just doing what he did last season, just very passive, like not really making an impact on the game. I don't really understand.
Why though? You know why? For me, for that, that's a simple solution. So who said it before? Runners. The difference is Saka was his only runner. Havertz says he's not running. Martinelli. Trust, don't get me started on that. They're not willing run like Martinelli's a runner, but an idiot runner.
When he's in the middle,
Trossard is to be fair, he's a bit of a ghost. Like in terms of like
off the bench, not good enough to start.
Off the bench, not to start. He needs to impact the game. Like you need someone that's gonna take a bit of responsibility at times. Like I've seen Ødegaard do some mad flicks, and he's like, brother, what the fuck? Like, he literally does scoop chips and shit. But the only one that's really running onto them is not Havertz, it's not Marino, none of them lot. It's Saka. It is Saka. And it's and for me, this is where I look at the manager. Stop playing so slow because he's better when everything's at a faster tempo. That's it. I don't think it's an Ødegaard problem. I think it's just a little bit of a personal on the pitch problem at times.
But man, this is what I'm saying. Like, cool. Ødegaard's had a shit season, innit? He's been very disappointing this year. But man acting like he's been like that his whole career. Like, let's not do that.
We're not doing
I'll do the cussing thing right now. I'll do the cussing thing right now. But he's not shit. Same with Palmer. Palmer's been shit in 2025, but he's not shit.
But even Palmer,
same with Foden.
I agree.
Yeah, same.
And Palmer's a better player than Ødegaard. Like when you look at the creative attacking midfielders.
Oh, Chelsea.
What?
Matt Mignon will stay with us next season.
We knew that from the other day, though, innit?
Nah, but Chelsea still could have gone in for him for a free.
Pogba's back in the Champions League.
Chelsea.
I can't lie. I can't wait to watch someone Lamine Kamara and Pogba.
You never know what happens in the market.
Is that his name? Lamine Kamara. I watched him for one game, and I watched a bunch of comps, and this guy looks like he's cracked. Is that his name? Lamine Kamara? Is that his name? Lamine Kamara? Is that his name? Lamine Kamara? He's the DM for Monaco. Number 6.
I don't watch Monaco.
Senegalese. Is he Senegalese? Senegalese.
I don't watch Monaco like that stuff.
And they got that cracked youngster, the one that you were linked with once as well. Yeah, that midfield freeze.
Yeah, I know the one you're talking about.
I mean, Pogba. What's his name?
Pogba's like 32.
31.
I would have took Pogba at Real Madrid right now.
Yeah, he's better than your midfielders. He's better than your midfielders. I love him.
I think Paul Pogba is, to me, I don't know if you guys are going to agree. I think Pogba, talent-wise, is since I've been watching, I think he's the best midfielder I've ever seen play football.
No, but he's up there.
You think he's what, sir?
Ever in it, but for me, Pogba could have been Zidane.
Yeah, but he made the wrong choices when it came to picking his next club. If he carried on that trajectory, for me, just on talent, on what he could do with the football, there's nothing he couldn't do. Like he could have been like Zidane in terms of right foot, left foot, ball striking, passing. Like
too far.
Anyway, so look, I rate Pogba so highly.
Yeah,
right?
not Zidane. Sorry, can't.
Casemiro. I've seen Isco. Whoever.
It's not the craziest take, bro.
Paul Pogba is better as just talent wise. I think he's a better talent than a Luka Modric and a Toni Kroos. Like,
he can do everything. Like he actually can do everything, bro.
Okay, look, right.
As a guy that can do a little bit of everything,
what can't he do? What can't he do?
Yeah, but what can Modric not do? What can Toni Kroos not do?
No.
The reason why
them men are better than him
and Toni Kroos,
because they're more disciplined,
right? Toni Kroos was that deep line playmaker. Luka Modric was, he received the ball back line, like the short intermediate passes can help him build up. Pogba can do both their jobs as one player.
No, you can't.
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
I'm just scared over this Zidane thing, man.
Pogba can pass like Kroos, right foot, left foot.
Yeah, I hear it. Yeah, but see when it comes to
you're not hearing it.
One thing I like. It depends. You know what the thing is with Pogba is if he's in the fucking mood. That's the issue. And I know you're saying
this is what we said talent wise. We didn't say.
When it comes to the first phase, I've seen it enough when he's picked it up for Man United. I don't say it's because Man United. No, I've seen it when he's picked it up in space and he's lost the ball. I mean, he's lost us a few times on the Ollie, by the way, where he's fucked us up. He can't do what Hollywood does. Yeah. He can't always do what Modric was doing when he dropped deep to collect that for the first phase. Trust me, I know this fact. But that's when you see what can he do.
I just want to know, Months, you old enough to see Zidane? Are you old enough?
Cold though, man. You know when you're 6'4" and you can juggle the ball the way he does and all the skills he does. Yeah, you know what? You're probably right. Talent-wise, what can he not do?
You didn't see prime Zidane then.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, you would have said those primes.
Bro, it is absolutely outrageous to even put Pogba's name near.
I didn't watch Zidane, so I mean, I
can't say that.
Yeah,
we saw the latter stages in it. We saw the latter stages. So if you want to see prime Zidane, obviously you probably have to go back and watch.
He doesn't even get to old Zidane, man.
I'm talking about if Pogba, his trajectory. Because when Pogba, I'm not talking when he was at United, he was like that.
You're talking about Juve, man.
I'm talking the trajectory. If he carried on like that, do you know what I'm saying? Like that. It's like when people say Lamine Yamal can touch Messi if he carries on the trajectory he's on right now.
No one's ever touched him.
You wouldn't say that's mad, would you? You wouldn't say that's mad.
But I can run 10 meters.
No, hold on.
If I can run 10 meters in 1 second, does that mean I'm going to be quicker than Usain Bolt?
Would you say that's mad that Lamine Yamal, trajectory-wise, could touch Messi?
Yes.
Nah, no, it's not. Trajectory-wise, bro. What he's doing at 17, right? But what he's doing at this age, if he stays healthy,
because for me, he doesn't. Yes. For me, he doesn't touch what Messi does. But because that's when we say trajectory. No. Yeah, for me, he doesn't. I'm saying
sample size is too small.
On the trajectory he's on, he's ahead of Messi.
Yeah, but the sample size is too small.
No, but no, hold on, wait.
But
what Mons is saying makes sense based off what we've seen so far. If Lamine Yamal
It doesn't make sense, bro, because you haven't seen Zidane, man. Zidane's one of the greatest footballers I've ever seen. Like,
no, nobody's arguing that. But Wolfie, let me ask you a question. And this is why I said the only issue with Pogba was his decision making off the pitch. If instead of going to Manchester United, he went to Real Madrid or Barca or Bayern or something,
he still wouldn't touch Zidane. He still wouldn't touch him.
No, but I'm saying. But I think
I don't know about that. You know, if you went Real Madrid, who would you have not bought if you went Real Madrid back in them days? Because you already had Modric.
Let's not forget, Zidane was at Juve as well. Zidane was at Juve as well.
Valverde would have held bench.
Well, so if you remember, we were in for Pogba, and then I think something like you guys offered him more money, and Perez refused to match what you guys offered him, and then he ends up going to Manchester United. I think if it goes the other way, I don't know how it would have played out in terms of midfield 3. Do we do a midfield 4? Whatever. I don't know. But what I'm saying is that what Pogba would have hypothetically won, the matches that he would have played in and the performances that he's able to put in, I think we're talking about him as the greatest midfielder of at least my generation.
Maybe.
But he goes to Manchester United, right? And yeah, he won trophies there, but it like the fans wanted him out.
The same.
And then he had another chance to go to a top club, and Juve are a top club, but then you go to a Juve who are on a down trajectory.
I can make the comparison because I've seen both of them in their prime. I would actually say Pogba's more a bit like a Yaya Toure for me. He could have done that kind of thing, bro. I think he could have controlled games.
Was a bad man, but in terms of their playing style, it weren't the same, bro. It just
similar trait.
Toure was more using of the brute strength, and yes, he was from the ball. But Pogba was way more athletic. I'm not saying in the sense that, and the way he was able to use his
Yaya was lazy as well.
Man, I'm acting like Yaya would run.
He was lazy as well. What are you talking about?
Yeah, true. Anyways.
First of all, Yaya was better than Pogba for one. First of all, Yaya was better.
I didn't say he wasn't.
But that's also
they've got traits, man. They've got similar traits, in my opinion.
Pogba was way more like, I don't want to use the word
fluid.
I don't want to use the word fluid. I was about to say flamboyant, but you know that one there. But yeah, Pogba was way more like fluid. Bro.
His ways, man. This is a good conversation. Pogba back, my tears in my effing eyes. What kind of another man?
Deep.
So it's good to see Pogs. It's good to see Pogs back though, man. That's my guy still. Now that you don't have a United match, that's my guy still.
The hate he got at United was disgusting, man.
I hate it.
Crazy. Wolfie was crazy. And now these man
ringleader as well, man.
Now I see Ugarte getting protected and shit like that. I see.
But if you think about it, Mons,
I see guys, dark, you know,
go to Manchester United to die. Like,
bro, do you know what it is? It's true.
They love players that run and that, slide tackle, kiss the badge, stamina. That's what they like. Like, they don't appreciate technical footballers at Manchester United.
Yeah, but deep it, yeah, bro. Like these men have seen Pogba play for their team, yet they get like I've seen Kobbie Mainoo get compared to Seydorf.
Yo, he's just been linked to Forest, by the way.
And don't get me wrong, I think Kobbie Mainoo's a baller, innit? I generally think he's a baller. But the amount of players I see that like the top reds over there protect.
Oh, brother.
But you hated the Lukaku's. You got 16 goals and 8 assists in his first season.
Martial as well.
Martial never smiled.
To be fair,
Martial didn't smile. He didn't smile.
Did gas up Scott McTominay?
He didn't smile.
7 goals off the bench or some shit.
Huh?
But it gas up Scott McTominay because he got 7 goals off the bench.
He won a title this year, didn't he?
I don't give a fuck. Bro, I don't give a fuck.
By the way, none of us were saying that Pogba's better than Zidane. I think some of the chat think that was what was said.
Nah.
No one's ever.
I know, but months. You can't even put his name in the same sentence, bro.
Mons, I didn't watch Pogba either. I'm sorry, Zidane either. But I don't think I think based off your trajectory, because you put trajectory.
I'm not saying like he could go anywhere near him, because bro, trajectory, as I said, because trajectory right now, as I said, Lamine Yamal's ahead of Messi, trajectory wise. But football just doesn't work that way.
Yeah,
So
it's
when
longevity,
it's a loose thing in what I'm saying, kind of thing. Like, you know what I'm saying in terms of trajectory. Like for me, I think Thiago Alcantara is one of the most talented wise, one of the best midfielders to ever play for Liverpool.
I'll tell you what, man.
In Premier League,
the footballers these days do not compare to that generation.
They don't.
And the thing is, bro, Pogba is clear over Kevin De Bruyne, who people love. Pogba is much better footballer than KDB.
We're talking about Isak. He doesn't lace up R9's boots. Do you know what I'm saying? He doesn't even lace up Shearer's boots.
Right, how about this? He's modern day Jermaine Defoe.
That's crazy. No way. No,
Defoe was a bagsman.
Yeah, he was a bagsman, but come on, man. What we doing here?
And also,
what we doing here? Let's not rewrite history, bro. Come on. We're trying to rewrite history.
Let's say everything straight. The defenders were much better.
Defenders are worse. No, they
weren't. Defenders. Do you know how I know?
No, they weren't.
No, they weren't. No, they weren't.
Bro, in Jermaine Defoe's 2010, 11, 12 era, before he started going, obviously drifting and going all the way to the Bournemouths and all that, other than that, yeah. Do you know why I know this? When you go to scouting, yeah, back then it used to be defending first. Do you know what they look for now in defenders? If you pass the ball first, passing first, defending is like third or fourth on the list.
Hear this argument, I agree. I think the top defenders were better than defenders of today. However, the average level of defender, it was me versus you football. So there were a lot of fish and chips defenders in the Premier League. There were bare fish and chips, the bare NPCs that were bro. Look at some of the best goals that some of your guys have scored, and look at the defending. It would never happen today.
Top teams would never happen today. Top teams
to break down the blocks that certain teams break down today. Palace would never have the same defense today. Hold on, let me land. Palace would never have the same defense today that you'd see back then. The way that they'd be set up under Glasner. I'll tell you right now. I'm telling you, like, the JTs, the Ferdinands, yes, the top level defenders were better than the top level defenders of today. But the normal level of defender, fish and chips, bro, fish and chips thing. The basic level of defender now can do way more of what they could do back then.
There was more top level defenders.
I watch Volt games all the time. I watch old games all the time. And when I look at the defending, I'm going, Ross. I go, raw. When I look at the way man are defending, it's crazy. It's crazy, bro. I swear it's crazy.
There were more top defenders back then than there are now by a mile.
You not listen to what I just said?
Yeah, no, I hear you. You saying that you said the top level versus this current top level. Yeah, I agree with you. But I'm saying there was more at that top level than there is now. There was more. There was a bigger pool.
And Isak would not.
I'll be honest. We actually aren't saying different things here, Wolfie. I'll be honest. We're not saying different.
Yeah, I hear.
But I'm saying Isak's not that much better than Defoe. Like he's not. He's just the same kind of.
I'm not gonna argue that one too much.
Defoe was much more clinical as well.
Yeah.
If you put Defoe in on goal,
no, Defoe was a monster. Defoe was a monster.
I'm putting my money on Defoe bagging that goal more than I'm putting on Isak. I'll be real.
Of course.
Yeah, and let's be real. How many strikers? How many number 9s got into 20s this season in the league, in the Premier League? How many? Forget not Salahs and stuff. I'm talking number 9s. There's not that many.
Just 3.
No. At the top level. So I agree. So I think for me, at the top level, the players are better at the top level. Why are people bringing up Van Dijk? You know, I've said nothing about Van Dijk. You know, I didn't even bring up
Defoe's link up, and he was faster than Isak. Stop it. Defoe was a little speedy midget, bro.
Wait, hold on, Cass. Why am I bringing Van Dijk? Van Dijk could play in any era. I don't know what we're doing.
About that one.
He play in any era.
Yeah, Isak's a good footballer. Isak's a good footballer. I'll be real.
Like, bro, at the end of the day, Cass, I think certain players in today's game, they couldn't do the belly thing. Like, as much as you could say, yeah, they're better talented, you put them in today's era, and they're with their belly and shit, and they're not keeping up with what's needed today.
Yeah, but once if you do the reverse, if you put today's players in that previous era, they ain't doing what they do today.
They're fitter, faster, and stronger, and P&P was mad important back then as well.
They were no. They were not stronger. They were not stronger, bro.
If you saw a ball playing centre back back then, they're getting rated way higher than normal centre back. What are we doing?
Then they're getting subbed off. They're getting subbed off is what's happening to them. Defenders were defenders, man.
And you realize, and you know that, and the thing is, like Wolfie, I'm not even saying this to be edgy, bro. I say this, bro. When I'm watching these games, these old games, like bro, by the way, they had them on all the time. Go on TV, they show them all the time. Yeah, when I see these games, the top players, I go, raw. These men are crazy. Yeah, the top players, but the average level player Like I'm talking the league catamals and them, man. There, the Premier League NPCs and that. And I'm not even talking Glenn Whelan. Because Glenn Whelan can actually, how about this? If you really
as well, man.
read Glenn Whelan's thing, Glenn Whelan could actually do a little thing for Stoke.
I can't lie. But
Glenn Whelan weren't even dead like that.
Antonio Valencia, like imagine Antonio Valencia against today's left.
Bro,
back.
I'm telling you.
Ruining them.
Do you see the amount of pace and power, man, that used to just clatter into players? I watch these Vault games, bro. I watch them with my own two eyes and I go, raw. The ball, I see the ball go like this.
Well, you need to watch other games, man. I am telling you now.
You don't even touch the center circle that much. I see the ball go like this.
Well, you're watching the wrong games because I'm telling you, Stan Collymore is better than Isak. Prime Collymore versus Prime Isak. He doesn't even lace his boots up, bro. Like, you're not watching the right games, man. That's what I'm saying.
That's fine.
Yeah, I'm not trying to hear that. The foe scored 18.
I'm not going to.
The foe's max was 18 in a shit Spurs side. It was an upcoming Harry Redknapp side. That was it before it
transformed. Didn't he have Peter Crouch as his partner? Was that year?
Dumb. Yeah, bro. And you're playing off like, who's going to come? Crancher and all that.
Oh my God, Crancher, man. The guy who followed Harry Redknapp around wherever he went.
That's a Nico Crancher.
Nico Crancher follow Redknapp everywhere, no matter what. Once waffled them times, man couldn't spell his name.
Yeah, man.
Anyways, big up to everyone. Make sure you go and subscribe up. Remember, if you like the way Will talks, you thought, oh, who's this guy? Well, look, there's his channel. He does a lot of Real Madrid content and a lot of hate content as well in Barcelona.
Real Madrid.
Yeah. Literally, that's his rival. Who's your rivals? Real Madrid. That's what you say. Who's my own worst enemy? Real Madrid. But yeah, make sure you subscribe to Forest Fan TV, Big Six Bonds as well on the way to 20k. And go subscribe over to my channel, which is getting redirected to now. So run that up if you don't mind. We'll back tomorrow. As always, it's Wednesday tomorrow, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For that Wednesday, no.